After another exhausting war week with the wolves slicing up your backlines, the B patch of 13.6 nerfed him to the ground and shifted things into a more AP focused direction. Here are our top 5 comps for you to try. Starting off, the Ox Slingers are now even stronger, but probably even more contested than they were last time. Twisted Fate, Annie, Neeko, Janna, Echo, Viego, Alistar and Fiora all bring a decent frontline, good utility and insane damage potential with those AP backline carries. As a default leveling comp, you want to rush to 7 and roll for those core 4 cost units, but especially for Twisted Fate and Neeko. As hybrid carry, Twisted Fate can wear a good bunch of different items, but he's shuffling his card deck best with stacking attack speed in Guinsoo's Rageblade, Static Shiv and then Hextech Gunblade. Neeko is more of the traditional AP carry, so she'll need at least one item for mana regen in Spear of Shojin. Then go for some extra damage with Giant Slayer and Jeweled Gauntlet to make her ult casts as explosive as possible. Finally, you have Annie, your main tank in the frontline. Sunfire Cape, Bramble Vest and then Warmog's Armor are all great choices on her, although really anything that's defensive works just as well too. For augments, anything Ox Force will boost up your level 7 power spike significantly. And for hero augments, try to get your hands on any Twisted Fate or Neeko augments. If you always want to know which hero augments are dominating the meta, you need to use our new augments feature. It shows you live updated stats of each augment you're seeing and even tells you which one is the best choice to go for. So let those stats help you make the right decision and bring that with you into your next game. The link is in the description. Next up, we have Animas 2.0, a full Anima squad with Miss Fortune, Riven, Vayne, Echo, Garen, Alistar, Jinx and Nasus. This one is a really consistent comp to go for whenever you can activate 3 Anima squad right from the start of your game. But really, all you need to take care of is running 5 Anima squad at level 6 and add in your 4 cost units and carry in Miss Fortune at level 7. Speaking of Miss Fortune, she is your most important anima, and you want to give her a Spear of Shojin first. She needs a couple of auto attacks to generate enough mana to follow up by damage only in Archangel's Staff and Guard Breaker. Riven is your main tank in this comp, and she wants lots of vest item components for utility items like Sunfire Cape and Bramble Vest. Then top it off with some magic resist shred by giving her an Ionic Spark. Any remaining items, especially AD ones, you want to send to Vayne. Treat her as your secondary damage source who needs some attack speed and full crit with Rageblade, Infinity Edge and Last Whisper. For augments, any Anima squad, Heart's Crest or Crown opens up the highest ceiling of the trait, and Miss Fortune's or Riven's carry hero augments both have really solid win rates. Comp number 3 on our list is none other than Rift Gates. Although Jhin got nerfed, he's still doing really well, but that's mainly because Viego, Echo, Alistar, Vex, Pyke, Fiora and Annie are now performing even better than they were before. This one is another default leveling comp, but unlike all others, it's extremely flexible. You have a 4 cost carry for all sorts of items, so all you want to do here is level up to 8 during the end of stage 4, and then start rolling to find a copy of each. Starting off with everything AD and backline, we have Jhin. As he can't make use of any mana items whatsoever, you want to give him Last Whisper, Infinity Edge and Giant Slayer to let him snipe down those enemy teams. Viego is there for anything AP, but as a melee carry he'll jump straight into the action, so you need to ensure some healing on him with Hextech Gunblade. Then go for Ionic Spark and Archangel's Staff to also make use of tier item components. Echo is going to be your main tank and frontliner in this comp, and for him you can simply go for those traditional tank items like Bramble Vest, Dragon's Claw and Sunfire Cape. When it comes to augments, try to pick up Jhin's or Viego's support augments. You can also go for any Renegade, Heart's Crest or Crown, as these will make it possible for you to play more Renegades, which lets your carries hit even harder. Comp number 4 is one that shines the moment you get a spatula and a bow, namely Steroid Duelists. You'll play all duelists with Vayne, Twisted Fate, Nilah, Fiora, Yasuo, Gangplank, Kayle and then Annie as your duelist emblem holder. As a default leveling comp, you want to stabilize in your mid game by running 6 duelists at level 6. Once you've 2-starred your team and secured that +1 duelist emblem, rush for level 8 and start attacking attack speed faster than anything else in your lobby. Vayne is your most consistent duelist carry, and since she's getting more than enough attack speed from the trait, you want to give her pure damage and mana items like Spear of Shojin, Infinity Edge and Guard Breaker. Then you have Twisted Fate, who you really just want to have a static shiv on. Other than that, you can just simply give him more damage in Jeweled Gauntlet and Hand of Justice. But as duelists are known to dish out good damage in a matter of seconds, you will ultimately lack frontline. So you want to make up for this by giving Nilah multiple lockets of the Iron Solari. This will load up your board with more than enough shields to stall the fight. If you're struggling to build multiple lockets, it's also fine to equip her with standard tank items like Warmog's Armor and Dragon's Claw. Then we also have Annie. If you see a duelist heart, everything is already perfect, but if you see a duelist crest or crown, make sure to put it onto her. For hero augments, Vayne's Spreadshot carry or Fiora's Vitality of the Ox is really what you're looking for here. The final comp we have for you today is another one that focuses on mainly one and the same trait, but this time it's monsters and threats. Aatrox, Aurelion Sol, Fiddlesticks, Mordekaiser, Urgot, Belveth, Morgana and Rammus is a strange combination of champions to bring to a tea party. So if they ask if you want sugar, just say no. This is another comp that wants you to stabilize around your core 4 costs in your mid game. Aatrox and Aurelion Sol are extremely powerful right now, but to keep up with other late game comps, you'll have to rush to 8 and find their fellow 5-cost threats. The threat dragon Aurelion Sol is your AP carry who craves 1 mana and 2 damage AP items to rain it down on enemy boards. So ideally you want to give him Spear of Shojin, Archangel Staff and Giant Slayer. Aatrox is your main tank and frontliner. The only thing you need for him is to stall the fight for as long as possible. So you want to go for Titan's Resolve to make him stack resistances whilst also making him heal more with every slam. Then follow up with Warmog's Armor and Bramble Vest to ensure he doesn't die before getting all his Titan stacks going. As for augments, both Aurelion Sol hero augments are instant picks. You can also pick any Aatrox hero augments too, although your Dragon's augments have a much better average placing. Don't forget, if you are playing threats, always keep an eye out for the threat level maximum augment. That's going to wrap up our top 5 comps you have to play from our challenger experts. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and let's climb together in set 8.5. Good luck.